So you're cramming 8 cities into 7 days. You've had 4 hours of sleep and just paid $12 for an espresso you can't even taste because you're jet-lagged. Welcome to slow travel, a movement, a mindset, and maybe your new favorite form of therapy. It's about ditching the checklist and savoring those little moments that make you stop and think, wow, this is the life. Get ready to discover why slow travel might just save your sanity and your Instagram feed. Slow travel means staying longer in fewer places. It's about experiencing instead of just visiting. Less rushing, more living. Instead of speed running Europe like it's Mario Kart, you actually pause and breathe. Picture this. You wake up in a cozy apartment in Paris with a little balcony overlooking a bustling street. You've been there a week, so you know the bakery downstairs has the flakiest croissants. And that cafe on the corner? They make a mean café au lait. You're not sprinting to catch a train. You're strolling through a local market, picking up fresh produce for dinner. You're chatting with vendors, practicing your French badly, but maybe snagging a recipe or two. Your afternoon, spent exploring a neighborhood you hadn't even heard of before. You stumble upon hidden courtyards and charming boutiques. You might even get a little lost, but who cares? You've got time to wander. In the evening, you meet up with friends you've made at the local pub. You share stories, laugh over regional wines, and feel a sense of belonging. That's slow travel. Immersing yourself in the rhythm of a place, not just checking it off your list. It's about trading fleeting moments for lasting memories. And here's the kicker. It's less about how much time you have and more about how you choose to spend it. Okay, let's get real. Nobody's impressed that you touched down in a country for 9 hours and decided to count it. Slow travel is about depth, not digits. Did you eat local food, talk to anyone, or just grab a magnet and bounce? It's like bragging about reading 50 books in a year but not remembering a single plot point. Zipping from city to city, collecting passport stamps, it's exhausting and shallow. Slow travel is different. It's about choosing quality over quantity. Imagine spending a week in a small Italian village, learning to cook pasta from a nonna, or hiking through the Scottish Highlands, soaking in jaw-dropping views. Picture exploring ancient ruins by day, sipping wine under the stars by night, and actually remembering it all. That's the beauty of slow travel. It's not about how many places you cram into your itinerary, but the depth of the experiences you create. So ditch the country counting competition. Embrace the art of slow travel. Trust me, your soul will thank you. Let's talk numbers. Every flight, hotel switch, and train ride adds up. But when you stay longer in one place, you spend less, stress less, and actually remember where you are. Weekly Airbnb rates? Total game changer. Those budget airlines? Add baggage fees, airport transfers, and overpriced snacks. And suddenly, they're not so cheap. Now imagine this. You arrive in a charming town, unpack once, and settle in for a week or two. You discover the local market, stock up on fresh ingredients, and whip up meals in your cozy Airbnb kitchen. You explore the town on foot, linger in cafes, and soak up the local vibe. You strike up conversations with shopkeepers and maybe even score an invite to a traditional dinner. You find hidden gems no guidebook could tell you about. By staying put, you're not just saving money on transportation and avoiding tourist traps. You're eating like a local, cheaper, tastier, and way more authentic. Slow travel is easier on your wallet, better for your well-being, and way more rewarding. So next time you're planning a trip, think slow. Trust me, you'll thank yourself later. Your wallet and your sanity will too. When you stay longer, you stop being a tourist and start being human. You get to know the fruit stand lady. You figure out the best coffee shop. You have conversations that aren't just, "Where are you from?" Imagine meeting someone at a cafe you frequented all week. You'd strike up a conversation, learn about their lives, and maybe even get invited to a local festival. That's the magic of slow travel. You become part of the fabric of daily life. You're no longer just a face in the crowd, but a familiar presence. You start to recognize the regulars, exchange smiles, and maybe even learn your barista's cat's name. These small interactions are the threads that weave together the tapestry of a place. You'll hear tales of local legends, family histories, and hidden gems no guidebook could tell you about. You might even get invited to a home-cooked meal or a local celebration. These are the experiences that transform a trip into a rich and meaningful journey. Connect with the locals, listen to their stories, and discover the true heart of a place. You might be surprised by the friendships you forge and the memories you make. Every place has its own rhythm, but you'll miss it if you're running through with your camera glued to your forehead. Slow travel means experiencing the Tuesday mornings, not just the Saturday parties. It's like learning to play a song instead of just listening to it. Every city, town, and village has its own unique beat. There's the morning rush, the leisurely coffee breaks, the vibrant weekend markets. There's the ebb and flow of tourists and locals, the changing light, the sounds of laughter spilling from alleyways. Slow travel is about tuning into these rhythms. It's about waking up early to witness the city awakening, lingering in a cafe, or strolling through a park. It's about experiencing a place in all its dimensions, not just the tourist highlights. So, ditch the checklist and let the rhythm of the place guide you. You'll discover a whole new dimension to travel. One that's less about rushing and more about savoring. One that's about feeling, not just seeing. You know that feeling? Halfway through a trip, you're crying into room service, wondering why you planned 14 cities in 11 days? That's burnout. Slow travel is the antidote. Less repacking, less transit stress, more joy. Travel burnout is real, often caused by cramming too much into too little time. You end up exhausted, overwhelmed, and unable to appreciate the amazing experiences you're having. Slow travel is about savoring the journey instead of rushing to the destination. Imagine waking up in a cozy cottage in the Irish countryside, the only sound the chirping of birds. You spend the morning exploring rolling hills and the afternoon curled up by the fireplace with tea. By evening, you're refreshed, ready for a delicious meal and a good night's sleep. You wake up excited for the day ahead, not dreading packing and rushing to catch a train. That's the beauty of slow travel. It allows you to relax, recharge, and be present in the moment. You return home feeling refreshed and inspired, not burnt out and exhausted. Slow travel is the cure for the traveler meltdown. Trust me, your future self will thank you. Tired of airport chaos, jet lag math, and shallow been-there moments? Slow down, stay longer, go deeper. Travel isn't about checking destinations off a list. It's about collecting experiences, creating memories, and connecting with the world. It's about returning home feeling transformed. So pack your bags lightly, grab your sense of adventure, and embrace slow travel. You might be surprised by where you end up, both geographically and personally. Ever tried slow travel? Or still stuck on 9 cities in 6 days mode? Tell us in the comments. #SlowTravelClub, #StayAWhile, #Culture Not Checklist.